just got out to the old shop, and it's starting to be like a freezing mist out here. Good old northern Kansas. But on the positive side, Evergy came out and gave me power again. So I'm gonna go inside and actually I think somebody's already in there. I think Zach, one of my guys, already came in. So it looks like I can see one of the heaters rolling right now, so hopefully it's not super cold in there when I get in there. Let's see, I gotta grab my camera stuff. So I think it took me a little longer to get here than I thought. I had to run some errands, so I think I'm going to probably just get the car rolling, maybe fire it up, have some fun. Gotta grab my shop keys, or my trailer keys, so I can get the trailer undone, because I gotta get my 28s out of there. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Heat and power and lights. Oh my. My oh my. Oh, string for my battery got in the way. Yeah, so I just want to make this thing look a little bit less depressing today. I think that's what I'm going to go for. So let's get some tires out of the trailer. Eric's down here, give me a hand. I'm gonna grab my trailer keys. And yeah, I think just get it down on the ground, get on all fours. I think that'll make it look a lot cooler. Oh, did you already grab the keys? No? What did I do with my keys? I just got my truck, so. You want to put parachute cables on the front so I can ditch the front end? Like
yeah,
ejecto,
in case of emergency, you just ejecto front and cedo.
Ejecto nozo.
Yeah. But it won't technically eject, it'll just open.
Clear the nose.
Yeah, so it just comes up and slams back down, so it's like, doesn't hurt everything, just, you know.
Alright, so how about explosive bolts paired to the wheelie sensor, and it just goes poof poof, and it blows them off.
Linear actuators. Like an aerofoil.
I don't know. Sounds a little too high tech for a drag car.
My personal favorite from this whole conversation is that when everybody thinks that this car weighs 2,300 pounds.
Oh no.
And they're like, so you got it to 2,800 pounds. You're like, no.
No, this thing's. This is light in a lot of people's minds, but this is heavy in the world that we play in. By 400 to 600 pounds too heavy. This is so thick.
Yeah. I forgot how much metal was actually there.
I mean, that's not just booger. That's 1/8 inch plate. It's factory 1/8 inch GM steel in here.
Well, anybody's even cut out their trunk floor, or even taken off their deck lids, the doors, and how much layer on top of layer. It's like, you really do. It's like when we talk about the wing on Justin Lee's car, how thick is that compared to his wing? I mean, it's being plate steel. I know that's, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's where all the smoke's gonna come in at, right there. This giant hole in my wheel tub.
Oh.
I am excited about that. Having fresh quarter panels and new wheel tubs, because these are a little beyond what we can do. Like as far as like reusing them, I just think they're a little too far gone, and they're not that bad. And I mean, I could kind of stamp them out and use them as a template.
When we first looked at it, you couldn't see this, and it looked like they were in good shape, but that.
Yeah. So, but I mean, new will bond a little easier to new, so maybe I can seal it up back here a little bit better. And then, yeah, a couple of things I got to change on the cage, but really that won't take long. Won't take much work. And then I cracked my seat, so I got to repair that. So I'm gonna run a chromoly brace inside of it and that zone.
I still think that seat saved you a lot.
I do too. I mean, it held so tight that it didn't allow me to move at all.
That's a lot of the conversations. A lot of people even been in like halfway hits and side, not even going upside down like you did. They're like, the seat beat me up more than anything.
Right. It is like twice as expensive as a
That's a set of
pour in
Recaros.
pour in Kirky or pour in carbon seat.
Yeah,
So-
but the nice thing is like with this seat, you didn't have to build the framing all the way around it. So
no, Macama sells a kit for it though.
I know.
And I thought about, and I might go that way because then I can get lower in the car, which is good because I am height challenged. I've got the funny car kind of poked up a little bit.
I'm pulling an Andy car to go dibs.
But the thing is though, I have a narrow butt. That's the difference.
That's about it.
So, which is why I ended up getting the seats because the gentleman's a little bit wider than I am, and I have no butt. I don't do squats. I don't do lunges, nothing like that. And I don't know what Megan does to have her butt, but it's much more visible than mine. How to phrase that nicely.
Amber's rocking a dump truck.
So
Amber's definitely a big block.
yeah, this is a small block only seat, maybe like a Honda B series or D series. Yeah, it's a D series seat, so it's very small, but very very handy. So, all right, well, I think that wraps it up for this weekend. I got a couple more customer things I got to get through while I got some time this weekend, because like I said, we're kind of at a hold pattern until this week's construction begins at the other shop for electrical and concrete work. And then yeah, then I should be going full ham on getting lifts moved and some heavy equipment. So that'll be nice and exciting. But luckily the car runs, and that's going to be a whole lot easier to get into the trailer. So that's great. I've had a couple people ask me what we use for fuel, and we use Renegade Pro Meth with Usually Renegade top lube, the blue stuff, or we'll use VP M2. And that's my front door buzzer, but it's 200 feet away, so. And it's Saturday, so I shouldn't be seeing too many people in here. Yeah, anyways, we use a top lube, and then we use some scent, and that's what we use for fuel. Justin Heckman down at the Joplin Barron Racing location. We buy over fuel through them. They go through so much of it. I know it's always fresh. Last year, we gotten some not so fresh methanol, and it cost me 2 LSs, including my favorite stock short block. And then it almost cost me the big block. It actually hurt the head gas on number 8. And we fixed that and changed fuels back to the Renegade because it was a VP drum that had been open and closed, or I guess in outside storage, so it wasn't climate controlled. And I don't know how long it had been there for. But the car did not run well on it at all. And normally you can go methanol brands to methanol brands without too big of a notice. And this thing, that barrel was causing fuel issues, or causing phantom issues, like we were having detonation, when it's like, we shouldn't be having detonation because it's on methanol, on proven tune-ups. And I was like, what is going on? But it ended up being the fuel. So we switched the fuel out, and it already cost me 2 LSs, but luckily it didn't hurt the big block too bad, and we were able to fix it up and then race all last year on it. Let's see, we got 3 gallons. It's almost there. I go through about 12 to 16 barrels of fuel a year. Just depends on how much testing we do. But we only consume about 1 gallon per pass. Even when we used to drive it up there, we'd consume maybe another extra quarter gallon after the vehicle was warm. And for those that haven't ran methanol, you're terrified of methanol, don't be scared. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's not corrosive. It's not as corrosive as everybody says. I keep my fuel system wet, so I keep everything flowing. So I like to keep the car running every week or every 2 weeks. If you're planning on tearing it down for more than 2 weeks or not letting it run, then I would probably consider flushing it all with gasoline. But the damage typically occurs when you allow fuel to drain off the fuel injectors, off the rail, and then it dries. When it dries, that's when stuff goes bad. That's when you get the deposits. Everybody talks about stuff like that. But we never flush my system. We never do anything like that to it, but we're always racing, we're always running. So it hasn't ran for a little while. So since really our crash, let's see, about 3 weeks ago now. This will be our 3rd weekend we haven't raced. So we'll see if it'll run, see if the beast will come back alive. I got faith. And if it wasn't faith that gets it going, it's gonna be some starting fluid. Make sure it's starting fluid. That is, yeah, starting fluid. Got confused. Wasn't sure which one it was. Golly, this thing looks rough. All right, I'll give it a couple cranks, and then we'll hit it with some starting fluid right here. Key on, yep. Some park. All right, got a couple pounds of fuel pressure. Just 2, just enough. Hit a little ether. Here we go. A little bit. All right, and I'll hit it real quick, and it should go. Glee. Leg up here. Ugh. Alright, let's hit a little more ether. It looks like the headers are pulled away from the heads just a little bit, so I get some extra flames.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try this again. What's wrong?
It's a little spicy.
You look like you've been crying.
A little bit.
I'm not crying. I'm excited.
There's no crying in baseball.
Well, we can obviously tell there's some damage to the headers, evidenced by my pants. These are pretty new pants. About to patch them up. Yeah, cool. Well, seems like it runs good. Super glued map sensor is holding on. I probably should still replace that.
Yeah, just a little bit. And I don't mean not even keeping it in the trailer as a backup. Let's just, you know, yeet that thing out the window.
Keeping that might cost me a win. So, yeah, Eric's got a good point. All right. Sweet. Well, that's cool. Always makes a smile on your face. Exciting.
Tear to your eye.
Yep. Well, let's see how much time I got left, and I just with moving shops, I'm really just not ready to cut this thing apart, because once parts start coming off of it, then you got to move those parts. Well, right now the parts all kind of move, run, and drive, so I'll probably have to leave it like this a little bit longer until I get moved, and then once I get moved, then I can start cutting into it. So I expect February I'll probably be pretty hot and heavy in it. So we really haven't heard any races in January or February to go hit, so looks like everything's 1st of March. So we're just gonna shoot for 1st of March to be race ready. Yeah, and try to get it up and going before then. So obviously try to make sure we can test it and make sure everything's okay. Gosh, a lot of weight. A lot of weight hanging out back here.
The general topic of discussion.
The weight? Yeah, but what's wild is this is 495 pounds. Car weighs about 2,800 with no ballast. So we're about 3,250, 3,300 pounds with the weight in it. but this is still less weight than what I've ran before. So the weight is not what caused the flip over. Everybody says it's the weight, it's the long travel, all that stuff. No, we've gone faster. We've had the nose up higher. We've had more weight in it. We've had more mile per hour. We've ran into more headwind than that, but it was kind of a perfect storm between having the weight we had, the ginormous wing, which was the 100% of blame, and then we did have a 30 mile per hour headwind. So once it went up, it just sort of kept going up.
I was on the fence of what caused it, and then Justin Lee did the exact same thing.
Yeah, but he's also got a wing that's like somewhere in between this thickness of steel.
But he doesn't have them.
So it's way up high, way up back, and then lots of front extension. I think actually more front extension than we have. So, because mine's limited to about 7 inches.
Yeah. His hood didn't come off.
Yeah. Yep. He loses his hood almost on purpose, is what he told me, in order to keep that thing from flipping over. So, I don't think I'm going to let my nose, or hold on, wait. I'm not going to let my front end come off on purpose, but I do think I'm going to add some ventilation to the top of it. Probably something up near the front to kind of help expel air early and to kind of help draw air across the front of the blower, because I really just am not on board with cutting a ginormous hole in the front of my car. So I think I'd rather do some kind of front nose draft thing to kind of help suck air up the top, kind of like what a C7 does.
I kind of like the idea of GTA scoops.
Oh, the original style GTA scoops? Yeah. Could do that. I'll have to see if I can find some that match what I want to do. The problem is, looking at this hood, there just isn't a lot of width in that front of the cowl right there to really get in there. I think that's only about 13 inches where it's flat, like right in that zone. And I think somewhere around here is where it probably needs to go. So an easy cop out would be like right here, because there's a lot of air right there. But I think we'll start with maybe there. And then I thought about doing some stuff over the tires. Road race guys swear by venting the air off the front tire right in this zone. I don't know about those, but maybe something there. More than likely, if nothing goes here, nothing goes there, definitely something here. Uh-oh. Lost the clippy. Okay. Hello. I really want to drive the car. So we put 28s on it and pulled the body panels off the wheels and tires so it'll roll. And then we bent the Zoomy on the driver's side. It was shoved up in the front tire. So I'm gonna walk over to the car. Long walk. We took a ratchet strap, went to the cage, went from here to here, and we pulled the Zoomy back almost to my finger widths, so it's not in the front tire. And it snowed like about 6 inches, maybe 6 to 8 inches. I know at home it's like 8 to 10 inches because I live about 45 miles away from this shop, and it's pretty bad there. Zach pulling his truck inside. He's gonna let it thaw out a little bit today, and then we're pulling mine in out of the way. And I think I'm gonna take the car out and try driving it in this, which I have done before, and the slicks actually seem to do pretty okay with that. I don't have my race gear, or I'd be a lot warmer. So I'm gonna grab my grinding face shield and use that to keep all the snow out of my face. It should be fun. Hopefully that face mask didn't fog up too fast. Woohoo! Let's see, I'll put that on when I get outside. Forgot how low this thing sits. All right, let me crank it a little bit, and then I'll signal you for ether. Okay. It's probably gonna take, yeah, 2 tries. Give it like a 3-second spray. And then leave it off the blow-off valve. Perfect. Nah. There's a lot of snow in the car. Get this guy. That was fun. It really didn't do that bad. I'll go outside and show what we kind of drove through in the back lot. It was getting deep. I really want to go ice racing one of these days. Really want to do ice racing. All right, let's go look at how shallow the snow was. Man, somebody's back here blowing through all this snow, making a mess. That's pretty deep. Oh, I got in the grass. My bad. My bad. Yeah, 5-6 inches there. A little deeper right here. Ran off the road. Oh, ran off the road over here too. So, I would say I could probably commute the car if I only had to drive a mile. But that's probably going to be about it. I don't know if I want to drive much more than a mile. But I think I could drive it a mile in this weather, in the snow. It is pretty though. Ah, who's cutting cookies in the parking lot? Actually, I don't know if I call it a cookie. It's kind of like a half crumble. Wasn't that exciting? I kind of got stuck trying to go up to the building here. It wouldn't turn away. I was trying. It wouldn't turn. It's pretty slushy out here. Well, that was fun. I was gonna wear my grinding mask so I wouldn't get snow on my face, but then it wasn't really falling down all that bad when I came out here. Oh, that was funny. I think the car just finally got up to operating temp when it ran out of fuel. Well, at least it didn't suck up any snow in the blower. It does look kind of cool like this. Oh, goodness. All right, well, now to watch the snow melt. Oh, good thing I left all my weight in here too. That may have helped. It may have hurt. It may have made it too much ballast to move around the parking lot, but yeah. Oh well. Okay, so not only did we get to do some donuts in the snow earlier, I came out to the Grandview shop and the guys running the excavator digging our pit for the dyno actually cleared some of the snow off for us, so that's really nice of them. I don't know if I'm gonna be tuning that. That's a little kind of my wheelhouse right there. But this is exciting. Apparently the concrete's 18 inches thick, so it's way thicker than any of us anticipated. But it looks like they've got about 3 foot down so far. I think they've got to go a total of 6 to leave enough room for the bottom to go in. So, because I think it's like 4.5 feet for the box, and then about another 8 to 10 inches for the concrete itself, plus whatever's going to support the concrete. So they're making good progress. Making real good progress. It's like an old plastic irrigation hose in there or something. Wee. Yeah, kind of weird. That's pretty cool. Looks like it's multiple layers of concrete put on top of multiple layers. Some of this building's sunk and they just kept adding concrete to it, or what? Yeah, it looks like all this is broken up pretty good. but gotta break a few eggs, make an omelet, right? Found some mud. Oh, it's probably all the dirt from the hole. That makes sense. Duh. That was a lot of snow to move out of the way. We haven't gotten snow like this in years. I think it's probably been 3 or 4 years since we've gotten over 6 or 7 inches. And out here closer to this shop and closer to home, it looks like we're closer to 8 to 10 inches of snow actually. My door won't latch. Come on. Oh, the rope's underneath it. There we go. All right. Cool. Well, that's exciting. And then we'll have electrical get rolling here some more soon. And then I think this weekend, I'm hopeful we may get some work in here done. So maybe work on the cars. We'll see. It's supposed to be super, super cold. Luckily, it's not real cold in here. Pretty awesome. I'm digging it. Can't wait till we get that all the way done. Big old mess. Lots of cleaning.